I was folding laundry on my porch when the ground began to shake, and a helicopter landed right in my front yard. Out stepped two strangers in sharp suits, but when the man looked at me and called me Aunt Clara, my heart nearly stopped because 18 years ago, I had fed two hungry children at a diner, never expecting to see them again. What happened next changed my life forever. I had never heard a sound like it before. A deep, pounding thump, thump, thump that rattled my windows and made the coffee in my mug ripple. At first, I thought maybe a storm was rolling in, but storms don't make the air vibrate like that. I stepped out onto my porch, shielding my eyes from the afternoon sun, and my jaw nearly hit the floor. A helicopter. Big, sleek, black, and shining like it had just rolled out of a showroom, was descending right into my front yard. The wind whipped my laundry clear off the clothesline, sent dust flying into my face, and made my old wooden porch creak and groan. Neighbors peeked out from their windows. A couple even stepped outside. "Clara!" Old Mrs. Henderson from across the street yelled over the noise. "What on earth is going on?" I just shook my head. I have no idea. The helicopter's skids touched the ground with a soft thud, and the blades began to slow. The sound was still loud, but no longer deafening. My heart, on the other hand, was still pounding like a drum in my chest. The door opened, and two people stepped out. A man and a woman, tall and well-dressed, looking like they belonged on the cover of some business magazine. I didn't know them, at least I didn't think I did. But there was something about their eyes, something that made my breath hitch. The man took a few steps toward me and smiled, his voice trembling. "Aunt Clara." My knees nearly gave out. No one had called me that in 18 years. And then the memory hit me. It was a cold, gray winter morning, almost 2 decades ago. I was working the morning shift at Mel's Diner, the kind of place with squeaky red booths, coffee mugs that didn't match, and a jukebox that had been broken since the 80s. Money was tight. I was barely making rent, living off tips and leftovers. But that morning, two kids walked in. A boy and a girl, maybe 10 and 8 years old. Their clothes were worn, the boy's jacket too thin for the weather, and the girl's hair tangled like she'd slept on a bus. They slid into the corner booth and stared at the menu without touching it. I walked over with my notepad and asked gently, "What can I get you?" The boy glanced at his sister before whispering, We don't have any money. We're just looking." My heart cracked. I'd been that kid once. I knew what an empty stomach felt like. Without thinking twice, I went back to the kitchen and told Mel to pile on the food. Pancakes, scrambled eggs, bacon, even hot chocolate with extra whipped cream. When I brought it over, the girl's eyes went wide. "But we can't pay," she murmured. I smiled. "It's on the house. Don't you worry about it." Before they left, I grabbed a napkin and scribbled a note in my messy handwriting. "You are loved. You matter. Never give up." I handed it to the boy. "Keep this. Just keep it." They promised they'd be okay. Then they walked out into the cold, and I never saw them again. Until now. The man and woman walked toward me, and with each step, my disbelief grew. "Do you remember us?" the woman asked, her voice soft but trembling with emotion. Yes," I whispered. 18 years ago. The diner. You were just kids." The man nodded. "We just lost our parents. We didn't know where we were going or what would happen to us. But you gave us more than food. You gave us hope." The woman reached into her bag and carefully pulled out something small and worn. My heart stopped. It was the napkin. The same diner napkin I'd written on all those years ago. The ink had faded, the edges frayed, but the words were still there. "We carried this everywhere," she said, her voice breaking. "Every time we felt like giving up, we read it. We worked hard, got through school, and built a company together. And we promised ourselves that one day we'd come back for you." I could feel the tears streaming down my face before I even realized I was crying. The man took my hands in his. "Aunt Clara, it's our turn to take care of you." They motioned toward the helicopter. "Come on, we've got something to show you." I hesitated. My little house might have peeling paint and a leaky roof, but it was mine. Still, something in their faces told me I could trust them. The ride was short, but breathtaking. When we landed, I gasped. In front of me stood a beautiful, freshly painted yellow house with white trim, a wide porch, and flower beds blooming with color. A porch swing swayed gently in the breeze, like it was waiting for me to sit in it. "This is for you," the woman said. "No rent, no mortgage. This is your home now." I shook my head, stunned. I I don't deserve this." "Yes, you do," the man said firmly. "You gave us kindness when you had little yourself. You reminded us we mattered. That changed everything for us." I hugged them both, holding on tight, feeling the weight of 18 years lift from my shoulders. That evening, I sat on my new porch as the sun dipped low, turning the sky gold and pink. I thought about that cold morning at the diner, how close I'd come to saying I couldn't afford to help, how easy it would have been to walk past those kids. But I didn't. And that small act of kindness had traveled across nearly 2 decades to land right back in my yard, in the form of a helicopter. Sometimes you never know how far a little kindness can go. If this story touched your heart, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps more people find these messages of kindness. And if you love hearing real, powerful stories like this one, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next one. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes the smallest act of kindness can change a life.